Okay, it'd be incredibly risky to go into our business studies exam without a full knowledge of the different pricing strategies that firms might use. So in this video, we're going to talk you through some of the different popular pricing strategies that organizations utilize, as well as looking at some of the reasons why we might use them. So we'll start with our old friend price penetration. And price penetration is where we launch our products at a low price, and then over the course of time, as the product moves through its product life cycle, we may gradually increase that price. Now, the reason why we would use a price penetration strategy is because we are looking to try and capture some market share. So there are some markets that are incredibly competitive and very difficult to break into. And one of the reasons that makes them difficult to penetrate is that consumers are already brand loyal to a different product. So if you imagine a market such as the cosmetics market, where consumers are shopping for lip gloss, foundation, mascara, and other such treats, most consumers will already have a brand that they are loyal to. And when they're in the shops and they're looking to purchase one of these products, they already know the company whose product they want to buy. So if we're a new player in this market and we're looking to try and penetrate it and capture some customers, we've got to give consumers a reason to change their decision whilst they are shopping. And a penetration pricing strategy might just be that reason. If they're scanning the shelves and they're looking for the product that they went in there for, but they see our product alongside it at a significantly cheaper price, we might convince them to do one of two things. Because our product is cheaper than everything else on the market, they might just buy our product to try as well as the brand that they went into the store for. Or they might even buy our brand rather than the product that they went in there for. Either way, we're going to get them to try a product that they won't have been familiar with or brand loyal to. Now, the way the penetration pricing strategy works is once we've got consumers to try out our product, once we've captured some market share and we've got some initial sales, as our product starts to progress through its life cycle and we start to benefit from some brand loyalty and repeat custom, we might sneak the price up periodically, because now we've got our own group of consumers that are arriving in store hunting for our product and will be prepared to pay an ever increasing price for it. Now, an opposite strategy is what's known as price skimming. And rather than try and capture market share with this strategy, we're trying to maximize sales revenue. So if we've got a brand that people may have purchased before, or if we're launching a product that is maybe a new version or an update to something we've released previously, maybe it's an updated phone and we've got others in our portfolio from history, maybe it's a games console that's an update to other games consoles we've sold over the past decade or two, there will already be some buzz, there will already be some anticipation from this. Consumers will already have expectations of the product and to some extent know what they're going to get with it. And accordingly, because of the hype that's going to surround the launch of our product, there are going to be some consumers there that are going to be so desperate to purchase it on the day of its launch that they are going to be prepared to pay a premium for it. There are going to be some customers that are going to be so eager to get their hands on it that they may even pre-order it at a very high price. Now, if we've got those consumers out there that are so desperate to get their mittens on our products that they're prepared to pay a high price, we may as well launch it at that price, maximize the revenue that we can recoup from those customers, knowing that we're going to alienate some customers with that high price. But as we move through the life cycle and as our product becomes older and maybe newer products are launched onto the marketplace that might be superior to ours, we can lower our price gradually over time, skimming off layers of customers that might only be prepared to pay lower prices for this product. So we'll get their custom eventually, we just won't have it straight away whilst we are targeting those customers prepared to pay a premium for the product. So this is a great strategy for maximizing sales revenue that we make per customer. Another pricing strategy might be to launch what's called competitive pricing. And this is where we pitch our price at a similar level, not necessarily exactly the same, but a similar level to other products on the market. So what we're trying to do there is we're trying to take price out of the equation when consumers are making their purchasing decisions. So what we're going to try and do there is make consumers base their purchasing decision on some other aspect of marketing, such as the quality of the product, such as the play strategy that we've used, maybe the promotions that we're using, but not on price, because we're pitching our price at a similar level to our rivals. Now, within competitive pricing, there are two different approaches that we might take. We might be the market leader, the big firm in that industry that other firms look to try and imitate our prices. If that's the case, we're what's called the price maker in the market, the firm that others look to. And if we looked at, for example, the market for petrol, there are certain petrol stations that others look to, and when they alter their prices, those subsidiary firms will also think about changing their prices too. Now, those other firms are what we call the price takers. They're not setting the price in the market, they're a smaller organisation, but they want to try and remove price as one of the factors consumers are putting into their purchasing thinking. So as the price maker changes their price, the price taker will adjust theirs accordingly. We've also got a pricing strategy that is known as predatory pricing. Sometimes you might see this referred to as destroyer pricing as well. Now, this is going to be used by firms who are confident that they can drive other firms out of the marketplace. So with destroyer pricing, we pitch our products at a very low level, at a level that we think our rivals might be able to match in the short term, but they are not going to be able to sustain selling at this low price for as long as we are. Now, it almost leads to firms getting involved in what's called a price war, where they're trying to outdo each other in terms of low prices. Very beneficial for consumers, price wars, but not so much for the firms, because they're damaging each other's profits and profit margins. But if you're looking to try and reduce some of the competition in the industry you're operating, maybe you're looking to try and erect some greater barriers to entry to prevent new entrants, charging very low prices for a period of time will force other firms that can't sustain those low prices to leave the market and go and do business elsewhere. And once we force them out of the market, then we might be able to catch a greater market share, maybe increase our prices back up again, having eliminated one or several of our competitors from the marketplace. Another cheeky little pricing strategy is to use what's known as loss leadership. So this is where we've got quite a broad product portfolio. Supermarkets might use this, sporting good retailers might use this. We've got a large product portfolio. Most of the products in that portfolio we will sell at profitable prices, but we will pick some key product offerings from our portfolio of goods and we will sell them at a lower cost, lower price, I should say, than it has cost us to either produce that product or buy that stock in. So every time we're selling one of those items, we're actually costing the firm money. But we're doing this for a very specific reason, because we're trying to pick key products to sell as loss leaders that are really going to capture the attention of our market and draw customers into our business. And what we're hoping for is while they're at our store, using our business, purchasing those loss leading products, they're putting other items in their shopping baskets that we will make a profit on. Now, it may be that we capture customers coming to our business that aren't usually customers of ours. They're usually loyal to another rival. But by selling those key products at a loss, we might just get people to change their consumption patterns, shop with us for the first time. We can sell them other profitable items whilst they're here. And if they like their shopping experience with us, they may even return next time. So the kind of things that we might sell as loss leaders is that grocery stores, supermarkets may pick some products from their portfolio that are really staples that consumers will buy on a regular basis, sell them at a loss, drag consumers in there, knowing that they're not going to go in there just for that one item. They'll do a full weekly shop whilst they're there. So on the one product we might make a loss, but on the trolley of goods overall we're making a profit. So that's our loss leading strategy. We could also talk about what's called psychological pricing as well. And with psychological pricing, it's one that we might use alongside some of our other pricing strategies, such as skimming, perhaps, or maybe even penetration. So psychological pricing is trying to give the appearance that our products are greater value or more of a bargain than they may necessarily be by psychologically ending our price in an odd number. So rather than charging £1 for a product, we just price it at 99p, and it means consumers that are on budget, who are looking to make cost savings and are looking to try and make purchases that they feel like they have won with, and they've elicited some kind of bargain from the organisation. It has this psychological effect on those consumers of making them feel like they've made a saving, like they've gone within their budget. Now, to the firm, it does mean that they make slightly less revenue per sale, so they might make £995 rather than £1,000. So they've lost out on £5 of revenue there, but it might just be that knocking that £5 off, which may only be sort of a minor loss to the organisation, is what captures extra customers. So we lose out on some revenue per sale, but we attract so many extra customers, we make greater total revenue overall. Another pricing little tactic that we might use alongside our strategies is known as discrimination pricing. Discrimination pricing is charging different market segments different amounts for the same product or service that they're experiencing. So cinemas will sell seats to see a film at different prices depending on consumers' age. So children may pay a cheaper price than an adult, or OAPs may pay a discount. Bars and nightclubs may charge certain genders, or they might charge ladies less for a drink than they will charge males. So they're discriminating against some of their customers, but knowing that if they can attract that market segment to their business, they might be drawing in customers that they might otherwise have lost. So if football clubs didn't offer OAPs a discount, they might not get them at all. So it's better to sell them the product at a reduced rate than miss out on their custom altogether. So there's all of our main pricing strategies. We could perhaps also throw in a bit of a wild card known as dynamic pricing as well. That's where we charge different prices to different consumers depending on their willingness to pay those different prices. So it might be that consumers who want to buy the product early, we might give some kind of discount to, and customers who buy the product closer to the deadline, we might charge more to. So airlines, for example, use dynamic pricing, where depending on which day or which month you purchase the seat on the plane, you will have paid a different price to everybody else. Hotels might run dynamic pricing schemes, where if you book the hotel room very, very early, you get it at the cheapest price, and the closer you leave it to your stay, the higher the price you might pay. So you could be next door to people either sat on a plane or in a hotel who are experiencing exactly the same product as you and have paid a completely different price on it based on the timing of their purchase and their willingness to pay different prices. So there's a rundown of all our different strategies. We've given you some scenarios when each one might be used. If you have any questions either about pricing strategies, any aspect of marketing, or any aspect of the A-level business syllabus, throw them in the comments section below. We'll be happy to get back to you. Until next time, good luck with your revision. We'll see you soon.